Hi, I just want to make a quick little video here for the page. I'm working on my 2009 GMC Sierra 1500 with the 4.8 liter Vortec, and it's got 207,000 kilometers, and we're just doing an annual oil change, synthetic oil change, and we're gonna finally put some new brake fluid in the reservoir and flush the brake lines with some new brake fluid. And this is the first time we've ever done anything with the coolant. We're put some new coolant in it, replace the coolant. We're gonna drain it and put new stuff in. We're gonna flush it, and we're gonna use, what is it, Dex Cool, GM Dex Cool, stuff that it says to put in it, that it has in it currently. And so this rad, like I guess some of the new ones out there, doesn't have a drain plug. So you have to come down here and take the lower hose off to drain it. It's a pain in the butt, and the only way to get to it is you have to take the tubing out for the air filter that goes to the air box. And while doing that, I also I cleaned out the throttle body. The throttle body had a lot of carbon buildup in it. It's a direct injection model engine, so it has quite a bit of carbon around the throttle body. There's no gas passes through it, so just used a little bit of sea foam. Project Farm recommends it, so I trust it. Sea foam spray just to clean up the throttle body. I know it's probably unsafe, but I just opened the throttle body with my finger like this, and might screw up the sensors, I don't know, and wiped it with a cloth, got a lot of the carbon off. It's nice and shiny now, so something to improve idling and throttle body movement, keeping it clean, as well as making sure your air filter is always clean. Even if it's not really dirty, you just take it out and blow it out with a air hose to get particles out of it. So yeah, we just thought I'd share a little knowledge on working on this. Well, it's same model as a 07 to 2013 GMC Sierra 1500 or Chevy Silverado 1500. This one's got the 4.8, as I mentioned, with the what is it, 460 LE automatic transmission. So yeah, that's it for this video. Just a small video. Just wanted to also recommend any of those who are in Canada. Prestone Auto had these on sale for like 20 bucks. They're LED, like work light, and they're just so bright. Like $20, totally worth it. It's the brightest light we've got now. Just shines up that whole engine bay. It's awesome. Way brighter than this full fluorescent trouble light. It just doesn't even compare. Doesn't compare at all. It's amazing how bright this LED light is. I could probably just turn it off, show how dark it is. That's how dark it is. Now there's trouble light, and not much. And now I'll plug back in the LED light, and it's like the sun. It's just awesome. So that's good. While doing the oil change, I did a check underneath, and everything seemed pretty tight. Ball joints are a little loose. Maybe next season we'll replace the ball joints, upper and lower ball joints, and we'll see what the price is. Maybe we'll just replace the entire upper and lower control arms, depending on the price, how expensive they are, how cheap they are. Still pretty good. Like, they just look rusty here. Everything's still tight and good. So the CV shaft, the outer boot ripped. So grease was all over the place. Looks like it just happened the past couple days, so we caught it. And people sometimes take the entire assembly out, like the entire wheel assembly, like hub assembly. They take this all out, and it's like, why would you do that when you can just unbolt the CV shaft from the front diff, the front axle? It's like 5, 6 bolts. Take it off. There's the 2 bolts for your front shock. Unbolt it, move it aside, push the roll pin out, and the shaft comes right out, and there you go. Like, half an hour job versus taking apart your entire front wheel assembly, maybe in Florida, But it'd take a lot more time to do that, so we're doing it the simple way, easy way. But CarQuest screwed up. We asked for the outer boot, and they gave us the inner boot, so it's a different diameter size. It's like an inch difference in diameter. So have to return it and get the proper one. So yeah. And the purpose of the boot is just to hold all the grease in, keeping everything lubricated while going down the road, keeping it greased. And then for the brake fluid, we're just going to use some .3. Just some .3 brake fluid to push all the old fluid out of the lines and replace it. This stuff's getting pretty old, looking pretty brown. Again, it's got 200,000 kilometers on it and hasn't been touched or done. So yeah, I also got the rotors and pads look like they got lots of meat left on them, and they look pretty good. But I just cleaned up the anti-rattle bracket, took them off and cleaned them up and wiped off and lubricated with white grease the slider pins, slider bolts, and everything looks good on the brakes. Doesn't look too bad. For those in down south who don't know what rust is, this is called rust, R-U-S-T. Comes anywhere you find a Canadian vehicle. And the drums are all good too. I just put the drums back on. Brakes were good. Adjusted the parking brake cables, so they're good and tight, and yeah, everything's looking pretty good. We're gonna take these old 150,000 kilometer Firestone Transforces that have been amazing. They're just forever tired. They lasted forever. We're gonna take them and finally get some new ones to replace them. I think we're gonna go with Goodyears, not Duratrax though. The Duratrax I took off of this. We had them for 2 summers on it because we were using them for winters and swapping these out. And 2 summers with the Duratrax, and the Duratrax are about halfway beat up. They're just melting on that asphalt in the summer. So we're gonna keep them. They're the Duratrax as winters and put some summers on these. And they're a good deal at Canadian Tire right now, so we're gonna get that done. Not saying Canadian Tire is a good deal, just saying that there's a good deal right now for us. So, yep. That's the current update on what I've been up to. I apologize that I haven't been as active on YouTube as other people are. And here's another shot of the truck. Again, it's 2009, and it's got minimal rust on it. Like, the fenders are just amazing. Doors are still really good. Tailgate's still really good. Hood's good. There's a little bit of bubbling here. Just like minimal. Just barely minimal. Just barely coming through. But it's in good shape for the year it is and how many miles we put on it. And I'll end the video with that. Thanks for watching, and subscribe and like the video.